Ryan Garcia decided to fight Oscar Duarte in a comeback fight, and pros have given their reactions to the showdown. Here's what pros thought about the fight.
What a spectacular performance by Ryan. Oscar Duarte was game. Congratulations, Ryan. The zone. We're back, baby.
I want Broly's, to be honest. I mean, I feel like it's a fun fight. He's a aggressive, crazy dude. Lead up will be crazy. Yeah, and I want that. I mean, he has a title technically. But yeah, let's do it. Shakira Twitterson. Nah, but like for real though, like that was Edwin Santos' line. But no, for real. So shout out Edwin. What can I say? Like he broke a record for the least punches ever landed in 12. Like that's actually a hard thing to do. The fact that he did that was crazy. So if he thinks that's good, it is what it is.
Wait, didn't he break the record for putting people to sleep?
Yeah, at home. At home, they turned that off after the fourth round. But that's the difference, though. Like, I fought a guy with power, but I didn't back down. I went right to him. Stood my ground, moved. I did it all. He only showed one thing, which was moving around, and his hand wasn't hurt. His coach was telling him to throw it. Let's stop that narrative right now. He just been a hater since the amateurs. For real. And I want to fight him. I will beat his ass. I promise you that. Like, I've been in the ring with him. He's cool, but he just all scared all the time. Scared. And a pro fight is not going to work.
Ryan Garcia really saw a fight with Oscar being his way to showcase that he was ready for the top fighters at 140, and he thought that his change in training staff would help him. Ryan stated, "It's been a great change for me. I definitely feel more focused, more committed to the sport, more dedicated. It feels like just the thing I needed. If you're in a toxic environment, it's just not going to work out for you. So it was just in my spirit to change things all the way and just let God guide me, and he guided me to Dallas, Texas, and with a great trainer like Derek, and I could see the difference. Sometimes you need to lose, and sometimes you need to hit rock bottom to realize the changes you need to make. And I think that's what's going to make me great and show people who I am is just how I bounce back. It's not easy to lose, but great champions come back. I think he's a tough fighter. It's going to prepare me for the top at 140. It's going to be a tough fight, but that's the whole point of boxing. Take on the best fighters and prove myself. So that's why I'm here, and picking him, it sounds kind of disrespectful, but it's more like I know he'd be a great opponent." Joel Diaz thought that the fight was going to be good for both fighters, but he knew some weaknesses in Oscar.
Oscar Duarte? Oscar Duarte is a great kid. He's a great kid with a great heart, very well educated, very disciplined.
Big puncher?
Heavy puncher. Oscar Duarte has explosive punching power. I mean, he hits really, really hard. He just needs to learn how to move his feet a little more. He's a flat-footed fighter, but he's very dangerous.
It's a great fight. He's fighting Ryan, of course. What do you think?
It's a good fight. It's a good fight for both of them. Ryan needs to, walk through fire against Oscar Duarte because he's gonna feel some heavy punches. But at the same time, Duarte needs to, overcome that speed that Ryan has. Because Ryan's speed is a big key.
Bernard Hopkins really thinks that Ryan should consider whether he should continue fighting after this fight with Oscar. Bernard stated, "I think Ryan Garcia should win this fight, and I would see how he looks in this fight to make my personal decision whether he should fight again, period. Right now, the question mark that I have in my head is what will he show in his head and heart come next month? It's not what I think, it's what he does for himself. Because I would tell any athlete, it ain't what I say or what the people think, it's how I feel about you to make sure you who you are. So Ryan's got a statement to make next month. And I feel if he wants to grab and still keep his integrity, he still has the potential to be one of the great ones. We ain't talking about Instagram, social media that don't win fights. Matter of fact, I think he lost a couple people, many thousands. But in the same talk, he can get them right back. It's not how the last fight ended, it's what he does now. The longer he stayed off, the longer it would take people to embrace him and love him like they did before. Ryan wasn't too happy with anything Oscar De La Hoya or Bernard Hopkins had to say though, and he confronted both of them at the presser.
Man, a couple things I want to touch. You know, one thing that's been on my heart is the statements that Bernard made, where he'll decide if I'm going to finish or if I should continue boxing after this fight. He don't decide that. My coach does, my team does, everybody that, you know, grinds with me day in and day out, that's who decides, and ultimately God decides, not him. Nobody was telling him when to stop boxing. You know, he stopped boxing at 45, so kudos to him, but he don't determine that. And another thing I want to touch on is, you know, Oscar saying that, you know, we misinterpret, you know, what they say. It's plain English. I didn't hear anybody speaking any language I don't know. So, you know, it's very clear to me that, you know, they're backing this guy to beat me just like they thought Duno was going to beat me. He was the next Filipino star. They saying he's the next Mexican star. And, you know, he also said that, you know, he calls out on the bull, the lies. Man, last time I checked, he said he never lose to a white boy, and then Joe Smith Jr. knocked him out of the ring. Last time I checked, Joe Smith Jr. was white. So, you know, they be lying. So at the end of the day, you know, I come to show what I bring, and I'm laser focused, and that's where this confidence comes from. Thank God for everything, and all praise to the Most High, Jesus Christ. Thank you.
After that, Oscar De La Hoya even tweeted about the mental state of Ryan Garcia, and he seemed to be losing faith in his fighter. Oscar stated in a now deleted tweet, "I have to say that I'm really concerned about Ryan Garcia's state of mind. Considering his history of mental instability, which he's documented himself, his current erratic behavior shows he's clearly not focused on Saturday's fight. You won't take my calls, Ryan. I hope you're okay." Oscar De La Hoya also took to Instagram to address the confrontation between Ryan and his promoters. As Oscar stated, "Bernard and I have spent decades putting on the biggest events in the sport, including Ryan's last fight, which generated $30 million for him. We build champions, help them navigate their careers to the top, and make them the highest paid fighters. Ryan, keep your focus on your craft instead of listening to some of your team's interpretations of comments taken out of context. Bernard and I will remain committed to taking your career to the top." Shane Mosley definitely thought that Ryan was distracted by the drama with his promoters while he should have been focused on his fight with Duarte. Shane stated, "I got negative vibes from Ryan. It could be a mistake because you shouldn't be thinking about Oscar De La Hoya or Bernard or whatever they're doing and bring that to the press conference, even though I like Ryan Garcia. I think this was the time to get some things off his chest. He said what he needed to say to get it off his chest. I still think Ryan has too much speed, too tall, too rangy for this kid Duarte. But it seemed like it was a distraction, and it was a big distraction. Hopefully that doesn't play into the fight." Luis Garcia has sparred with both fighters, and he thought that Ryan definitely had the upper hand.
Who wins and why? Who has faster hands?
Ryan.
Who hits harder?
I believe Duarte.
Why? Ryan hits very hard.
I think Duarte he has that natural Mexican strength.
Okay. Better footwork.
You think Duarte is harder?
He's big. He's got a big old back.
Well, he is a big old.
Well, you fought in smaller weight classes, but now Ryan moved up to 40. You fought Ryan, inspired Ryan when he wasn't fought. How about this? Who has a smarter in the ring, more intelligence?
Ryan.
Better footwork?
Ryan.
Better defense?
Ryan.
Dirtier?
Ryan.
Really? All right, who else?
So.
So how's your prediction for that fight?
I just either Ryan can outbox him or he can just brawl it out with him if he wants to. But I think Ryan wins by decision.
Oscar Duarte felt better than ever and more confident than ever before the fight, though. Oscar stated, "This is the best version I felt. I'm a very strong lightweight. I'm stronger than ever. I feel great at 140. I'm very hungry. I have great managers. I have their support, and I'm ready to win. I'm very hungry. I've been boxing for 15 years, and I want to take advantage of this. I'm going to do my best. The ones that are going to come out victorious are the fans, and I'm going to do my best, and I'm ready to become a champion." With that fight out of the way, Ryan Garcia's future is up in the air, and he's got a lot of thinking to do as far as promoters and game plan as he moves forward in his career. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.